Episode 003 Infant Gas 7 Ways to Help Your Baby Feel More Comfortable and Sleep Better. Have you ever noticed your little ones suddenly getting fussy, pulling their legs up to their tummy, and turning red with discomfort even though they just finished a full feeding? Your baby might cry more in the evening, constantly squirm, have a gurgling tummy, or struggle to stay asleep. Many parents think their baby is still hungry and keep trying to feed them. However, the real culprit is often just gas. Gas is a very common condition in newborns, especially during those first few months of life. Their digestive systems are still developing, and because they are still learning how to coordinate sucking, swallowing, and breathing, they often swallow air. The good news is that in most cases, gas is not dangerous, and parents can help their baby feel better with a few. In this video, we will explore the signs of infant gas, the common causes, and 7 safe ways to help your baby release that trapped air. Stick around until the end, because I will also share warning signs that indicate it might be more than just gas, and when you should call your pediatrician or family doctor. What exactly is infant gas? While feeding, crying, or even just breathing, babies can swallow air into their stomachs. When that air is not released through burping or passing gas, it builds up in the digestive tract, making their tummy feel tight and uncomfortable. Adults can change positions, walk around, or intentionally pass gas when they feel bloated. But newborns cannot control their bodies yet, so they react by crying, arching their backs, or pulling their legs up to their tummies. Having a gassy baby does not mean you are doing anything wrong as a parent. This is usually just a part of their digestive system maturing. This stage is often most intense during the first 6 to 8 weeks and tends to improve as they grow, become more efficient at feeding, and their digestive systems develop. Here are the signs that your baby might be gassy. The first sign is that your baby frequently pulls their legs up toward their tummy. This is a natural reflex when they feel pressure or discomfort in their gut. The baby might kick their legs out and then quickly pull them back in several times. The second sign is that your baby's tummy feels tighter than usual. When you touch it gently, it may feel a bit firm or bloated. However, never press down hard or massage too firmly, as a newborn's body is very delicate. The third sign is fussiness after a feeding. Your baby might feed well, but a few minutes later they start grimacing, squirming, arching their back, or crying. Once they burp or pass gas, they usually calm down quite quickly. The fourth sign is restless sleep. Your baby might constantly wiggle, make grunting sounds, startle, or wake up, even though they have a full belly and a clean diaper. The fifth sign is frequent passing of gas. It is normal for babies to pass gas. However, if your baby is passing gas frequently while crying, pulling their legs up, and having a tight tummy, they may be struggling to get the air out. The sixth sign is a red face and straining. Some babies will turn red and make little grunting noises while trying to pass gas or have a bowel movement. This does not necessarily mean they are constipated. Sometimes they just haven't learned how to coordinate their abdominal muscles and their bottom yet. Why do newborns get gassy? The first cause is an improper latch. If the baby is not latched deeply onto the breast or the bottle nipple, air can leak into their mouth with every suck. This air goes down into the stomach and causes discomfort. The second cause is a milk flow that is too fast. If a mother has a heavy letdown or the bottle nipple has a hole that is too large, the baby has to swallow quickly to keep up. This makes them prone to choking, coughing, and swallowing more air. On the other hand, if the flow is too slow, the baby has to suck harder and longer, which can also lead to swallowing air. The third cause is crying for too long. When babies cry, they tend to gulp down a lot of air. The more gassy they feel, the more they cry, and the more they cry, the more air they swallow. This can create a cycle of discomfort. The fourth cause is an immature digestive system. The muscles in the digestive tract are not yet working in perfect harmony, so gas moves more slowly. This is a common cause and usually improves on its own as the baby grows. The fifth cause is overfeeding or feeding too quickly. A newborn stomach is very small. When they are fed too much at once, the stomach can stretch, increasing discomfort and making them more likely to spit up. Here are 7 ways parents can help reduce their baby's gas. Number 1. Help your baby burp during and after feedings. Burping is one of the simplest and most effective ways to get air out of the stomach. You do not have to wait until the end of the feeding to burp your baby. If they start squirming, pull away, or seem uncomfortable mid-feed, stop and try to get a burp out. For bottle-fed babies, you can try burping them every 2 to 3 ounces. For breastfed babies, try burping them when you switch from one breast to the other. A common position is holding the baby against your shoulder. Support their head and neck with one hand and gently pat or rub their back from the bottom up with the other. You can also sit the baby on your lap, leaning them slightly forward. Support their chest and chin with one hand, being careful not to put pressure on the throat. Use your other hand to pat or rub their back. Another position is laying the baby face down across your lap, keeping their head slightly higher than their chest and gently rubbing their back. Remember, you won't always hear a loud burp. Sometimes, just a tiny bit of air escaping is enough to make them feel better if your baby doesn't burp after a few minutes, but seems comfortable. You don't need to keep trying. Number 2. Check the feeding position. The right feeding position can significantly reduce the amount of air your baby swallows. When breastfeeding, the baby's mouth should be wide open with the bottom lip flanged out, covering a good portion of the areola rather than just the tip of the nipple. Their chin should touch the breast, and their head and body should be in a straight line. If you hear clicking sounds, if the baby keeps slipping off, or if nursing is painful, the latch might not be deep enough. When bottle feeding, keep the bottle tilted so that the nipple is always full of milk. If the nipple is full of air, the baby will swallow that air. Keep the baby's head slightly higher than their tummy. They should not be lying completely flat while bottling. Make sure to choose a nipple flow that is appropriate for your baby's age. If milk drips out quickly when you turn the bottle over, the hole may be too big. If the baby is struggling to get any milk, it may be too slow. Most importantly, never prop a bottle and leave a baby to feed alone. This increases the risk of choking and prevents you from noticing if they are struggling. Number 3. Do the bicycle legs exercise. The bicycle movement can help move gas through the intestines and make it easier to pass. Lay your baby on their back on a flat, safe surface. Gently hold their legs and move them back and forth as if they are pedaling a bicycle. Do this slowly for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Then gently tuck both knees toward their tummy for a few seconds before releasing. Never use force or push their knees too hard. All movements should be gentle and based on how the baby reacts. Try this when your baby is alert and calm. Avoid doing this right after a feeding, as it might cause them to spit up. If your baby starts crying more or tenses up, stop the exercise. Number 4. Give a gentle tummy massage. A proper massage can help your baby relax and help gas move through the bowels. First, make sure your hands are clean and warm. Lay your baby on their back in a warm, draft-free area. Using the palm of your hand, gently stroke the baby's tummy in a clockwise circle. This follows the natural path of the digestive tract. You can also use your fingertips to gently stroke from the top of the belly downward, but never apply deep pressure. Only massage for a few minutes. And watch your baby's cues if they relax, stretch out, or pass gas. It's working. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes after a feeding before massaging to avoid spitting up. Do not use heat rubs, strong essential oils, or products not intended for infants. Their skin is very thin and can be easy. Number 5. Practice supervised tummy time while they are awake. Tummy time is not just for building neck and shoulder strength. It also puts gentle pressure on the abdomen, which can help gas escape. Place your baby on their tummy, on a firm, flat surface while they are fully awake. You must stay with them and watch them the entire time. For very young babies, you can start with just 1 to 2 minutes. If your baby doesn't like being on the floor, you can lay them on your chest while you are awake and holding them securely. It is vital to remember that tummy time is only for when the baby is awake and supervised. For sleep, following Health Canada guidelines, babies should always be placed on their backs on a flat, firm surface, free of pillows, blankets, or toys. Never let your baby sleep on their tummy, just because they seem less gassy in that position. Number 6. Keep the baby upright after feedings. After your baby eats, try to keep them in an upright position for about 20 to 30 minutes. Gravity helps the milk stay down and allows air bubbles to rise so they can be burped up. You can hold them against your shoulder while supporting their neck and back. Avoid vigorous rocking, bouncing, or active play right after a meal. Try not to put them immediately into a bouncy seat, car seat, or any position where they are slumping. A hunched position can put extra pressure on the stomach and make gas worse. If the baby falls asleep while being held upright, move them to a safe sleep space as soon as you can. Always place them on their back on a firm mattress. Never fall asleep while holding your baby on a sofa, recliner, or adult bed. Number 7. Feed slowly and avoid overfeeding. Not every cry means your baby is hungry. If your baby just finished a full feeding, but is still fussy, more milk might just stretch the stomach and make the gas pain worse. Look for true hunger cues, such as the baby turning their head to find the breast, putting their hands to their mouth, smacking their lips, or rooting. Crying is often a late sign of hunger. By the time a baby is crying hysterically, they are more likely to swallow air and have trouble latching correctly. Try to feed them when you see those early hunger signs. During the feed, take short breaks to allow the baby to swallow and catch their breath. If they are eating too fast, coughing, or milk is leaking from the corners of their mouth, stop and adjust. Do not force your baby to finish a bottle if they are turning away, letting go of the nipple, or relaxing their hands. These are signs that they are full. Should you use medicine or herbal remedies for your baby? When your baby is crying from gas, it's tempting to reach for gas drops, probiotics, or herbal waters. Ingredients, dosages, and quality can vary. Never give a newborn plain water, sugar water, honey, or herbal tea to treat gas. Honey is strictly forbidden for babies under 1 year old due to the risk of infant botulism, which is a very serious condition. If you suspect your baby's formula is causing discomfort, do not keep switching brands on your own. Frequent changes can make it even harder for their digestive system to adjust. Consult your doctor before changing formulas, especially if your baby has diarrhea, chronic constipation, excessive vomiting, bloody stools, rashes, or poor weight gain. Is gas caused by the mother's diet? Many breastfeeding mothers worry that everything they eat will make their baby gassy. In reality, gas in the mother's digestive system does not pass directly into her breast milk. Therefore, you do not need to follow an extremely restrictive diet just because your baby has some gas or fussiness. However, a small number of babies may be sensitive to certain proteins that pass into the milk, such as cow's milk protein. In those cases, the baby usually has more than just gas. They might have mucus or blood in their stool, excessive vomiting, rashes, or poor growth. Mothers should not cut out entire food groups for long periods without medical advice, as this can lead to nutritional deficiencies. If you suspect a reaction, keep a food and symptom diary and discuss it with your doctor. When is gas a sign that you need to see a doctor? Normal gas does not usually cause a fever, a complete refusal to eat, or lethargy. Contact your pediatrician or seek medical care immediately if your baby shows any of the following signs. A baby under 3 months old with a fever of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius or higher. Projectile vomiting or constant vomiting. Vomit that is bright green, dark yellow, or contains blood. A tummy that is very swollen, hard, or if the baby screams in pain when you touch it. Refusing to feed. Very weak sucking, or an inability to keep milk down. Fewer wet diapers than usual. Dry lips, difficulty waking up, or other signs of dehydration. Blood in the stool, black stools, or persistent diarrhea. Difficulty breathing, blue lips, pale skin, or poor responsiveness. Inconsolable crying, for a long period that sounds different from their usual cry. Not gaining weight or losing weight. You know your baby better than anyone. If you feel like something is not right, do not hesitate to contact a healthcare professional, even if they don't have all the signs listed above. Conclusion. Gas is a very common part of the first few months of life. Babies may pull their legs up, squirm, turn red, or be fussy because they haven't learned how to release gas on their own yet. Parents can help by burping the baby during and after feedings, checking the feeding position, doing bicycle legs, giving gentle tummy massages, practicing supervised tummy time, keeping the baby upright after eating, and avoiding overfeeding. Then remember that your baby's digestive system just needs time to mature. In most cases, gas issues will naturally fade as your baby grows. The most important thing is to always be gentle. Watch your baby's reactions and never use medications or herbal products without professional guidance. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our safe and practical baby care tips. Please share this video with other parents of little ones. The right information at the right time can help a family feel more confident and less stressed. Leave a comment below and let us know what time of day your baby usually gets gassy and what method helps them the most. The content in this video is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If your baby shows unusual signs or if you are concerned, please contact your pediatrician, your family doctor, or the nearest medical facility.